Hello everyone and welcome back to our mini kit rotation. We are on episode 29. We are still working on our Teapot by Artiste kit, and we have one episode left after this before we are done with this, the second part of our rotation. So we've completely finished 2 full rotations now after this, and that is better than any rotation I've done in the past. The last rotation, the cat themed rotation that I tried to do a long time ago, like 3 years ago now, ended within halfway through the second turn, I guess, of the rotation. I'm not sure what to call it. Like, I don't want to call it a session, because I consider, you know, each stitching on the one kit as a session. But I don't want to call it rotation either, so you're calling it a rotation of your rotation. I guess you could call it a turn of your rotation. Like, I've completed one full turn of the rotation by this point. And after next video, I'll have completed a second full turn of my rotation. I guess I will stick with that. I'm not sure what else blah, 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 I could call it. So that's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it. I will be completing the second turn of my rotation, which is the most I have ever done in a rotation prior to this point. So it's going good. It's going real good. You guys hold me accountable for this stuff, which is good. It means I'm also getting all my stitching done. After I finish this, I plan on going and stitching for a little while, maybe, if my wrist will permit it. Sorry about that. Had to do a little bit of a jump cut because the battery in my camera died. So I went and had a little bit of lunch to let that charge up a little bit. So hopefully it won't die again. So this video might be a little bit longer than the average 5-minute stitch video because I'm not quite sure how long the first clip went on for. Anyway, I was talking about how I was just finishing the second turn of my rotation, which is the most I have ever done prior to this point. I'm just making sure I'm on the right track here. For some reason, this camera, whenever you record a video, it sucks the battery life. I had this thing completely charged before I started this bulk, and now it completely died. I've been plugging them in between videos too, just to make sure it stays charged, but no. It just completely died on me. But I had a crunchy peanut butter sandwich for lunch, so I was going to wait and do that after I finished recording all the videos, but I had to give it a little while to charge up, so ended up doing it ahead of time. It's like a fuzz or something stuck on the fabric there. And of course I washed my hands once I finished eating. You should always wash your hands before you stitch. Although it doesn't really matter that much for, it doesn't always matter that much for me because I always wash my stitching. If you don't wash your stitching though, you should always wash your hands. It just keeps it a little bit cleaner. It's gonna get dirty. Jeez, excuse me. It's gonna get dirty regardless of what you do. Where am I supposed to stop here? Am I supposed to stop right here? I'm having a little bit of trouble counting. I think I'm supposed to stop right here. If not, it's not a big deal to add a stitch. It's easier to add a stitch if you're missing it later on down the road than it is to work around a missing or an added stitch. I was working on one of my older projects, I don't do mornings for my cat rotation that I haven't worked on in years and years and years. So I started stitching on it again, and I realized that I had miscounted one stitch, and because I miscounted one stitch, it threw the entire right hand side off. Like, the whole thing was messed up. And there was no way I was going to be able to rip all of that out and start over. Because I would basically have to just completely start over with new thread, new fabric, new everything. Because that's how badly that one stitch messed everything up. So I think I fixed it by just doubling all of the one color that was on the right-hand side. Or I might have made it worse. It's so hard to tell with that kind of thing. I couldn't tell what was supposed to be, because the center and the entire left-hand side were all correct. It was just this one portion of the right-hand side that was wrong. So I believe we're coming up to the 5-minute mark here. So I'm just going to finish this real quickly and then I'll call it done, because I'm not quite sure where we stopped last time. Okay. And last stitch. There we are. Okay, so we're continuing to trudge away on the teacup, and when we come back we will just keep stitching on the teacup. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.